All right. If this works, perfect. If it doesn't, well, screw me. So, hello, my name is Coley Polk. I'm going to be going over a protozoan, specifically Polychaetes. Don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but we're trying. Let's go over some basic information. For this, I selected a specific type. That way I can get a little bit more in depth with it. The scientific name, Urethro complan complanata. Jeez. They are more commonly known as reef bristleworms. I'm going to refer to them as bristleworms from here on out. Their habitats are normally on coral rubble that is near living reefs or seagrass, just as a way to survive. So, we're just going over some basic evolved traits. On the right, we do have the cladogram, and they are under the tree of an Annelida, if I remember that correctly, say that. So one of the things is parapodia, one of their evolved traits. They are bristly appendages that usually branch off at the end. They come in flat pairs on each segment and are covered in, as I mentioned earlier, bristles that are called setae. They're used to move around and burrow so they can function. They're used to move around and burrow into the sand so they can survive and hide. And they also can function as gills for the bigger versions of bristleworms. And these setae themselves can actually release a toxin that causes a burning sensation, intense itching, inflammation, and numbness that can last for days or even weeks. Now, for food, as I mentioned, they live in coral reefs. So most of them are fierce predators and hunt other worms and small animals. They would use their strong jaws that are able to be extended and retracted, and as I previously mentioned, a poison to capture their prey. But there are also bristleworms that feed on algae, are considered scavengers, and feed on detr detritus. Detritus. Now, in terms of them being prey, because they are considered prey as well, they're eaten by many other creatures higher up in the food chain. Shorebirds prey on them for their long migrations, and we ourselves as humans actually use them as bait whenever we go fishing. Now, the importance of these lovely, lovely little worms are that through their movements and feeding, they mix oxygen into seafloor sediments, keeping the actual seafloor healthy. They serve as an environmental quality control as they have very quick reactions to environmental changes, and they provide food to large marine animals. And their little final tidbit is they serve as processing plants for organic matter in marine systems. There are my resources from wildsingapore.com, Britannica, and the Daily Eco. Thank you very much. And how do I end that?